That is just a sampling of some of the emotions that played out in New York's gay and lesbian community last night. Really in New York, the whole city last night, I'm told, was people were buzzing about this. You know, lawmakers there approved last night same-sex marriage. It is the most populous state in the union. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed it into law, and barring any court challenges, it will take effect in 30 days.
What this state said today brings this discussion of marriage equality to a new plane. That's the power and the beauty of New York. The other states look to New York for the progressive direction.
Senior legal analyst here on CNN, Jeffrey Toobin. What do you make of that? Is he correct? And also, are there going to be any legal challenges? Because New York tried this 2 years ago, and it was overturned.
Well, no, that's not exactly what happened 2 years ago, Don. 2 years ago, it simply failed in the state Senate, so it never went into law.
But didn't it go pretty far, and where people thought it was...
And I don't see any legal challenges to this law. You know, you can argue whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, but I think it's completely clear that New York State has a right to have same-sex marriage, and they're going to have it in now 29 days.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I got my New York and California's mixed up. I'm thinking of Prop 8 and all that. So listen, Jeffrey, what about the folks out there who's saying, you know what? We are going to challenge this, and we're going to turn this over again. It's not going to happen. No one is going to stand for that. Legally, can this be done? Is this a done deal?
This is a done deal. There is no even plausible legal challenge to stop this law from going into effect. The opponents of same-sex marriage had their chance in the legislature, and they lost. And the only way this could be overturned is if the legislature passes a new law changing it, with, you know, the current makeup of the state legislature and the governor being Andrew Cuomo. That's completely not going to happen. So, you know, the question really is not at this point whether New York will have same-sex marriage. It is.
It is.
The question is, which way does this go for the rest of the country? And I think, you know, that's a question that looks different today than it did yesterday.
Well, the reason I ask you that is because there are a lot of people, and we heard last night, we're hearing today people saying, you know, we're not going to allow this. In California, it was put on the ballot, and that's when I spoke to someone who was against it last week, Jeffrey. They said this should be put on the ballot. So if New York puts this on the ballot, I'm asking you, legally, can it be overturned?
There is no provision in New York for ballot initiatives in the way that there is in California.
Gotcha.
California has a long-established system of passing laws by the vote of the people. That's how every election, Californians are used to various propositions that either do or do not change the law. New York doesn't have that kind of law.
All right.
So the idea that this could be put before the voters is just not plausible, because it's not the way New York law works.
So there you go. It's a done deal. Jeff Toobin, thank you, sir.
Sure.